Raiden is one of the newest characters in the One Punch universe, and today we're going to be ranking his physique along with some other characters in the ultimate One Punch Man bodybuilding tier list. So let's jump into it and take a look at what we have so far. So far in the Mr. Olympia category, we have the one and only Darkshine. He has held that space for a long time, but just as of our last video, Golden S is right there with him. He's right beside him. They both have a crazy amount of muscle mass and can do really well in bodybuilding. In fact, let me know in the comments which one you would pick as far as a bodybuilding perspective. And then of course we have Puri Prisoner right behind them. And then in the pro bodybuilding division, these are the guys that are absolutely massive and can do really well on a bodybuilding stage, but maybe not quite as good as the Mr. Olympia contenders. And this would be like Deep Sea King, Heavy Tank Loincloth, Blast, Mizuki, and of course all of these are going to be in slightly different divisions too. You know, we said Mizuki could be doing really well in the bikini division, Blast would do really well in the men's physique division, Heavy Tank in the open bodybuilding division, and he would probably be up against someone like Darkshine if they were to compete together, whereas someone like Puri Prisoner might be in more of the classic physique division. So we've got all these different divisions, but they all can be ranked from Mr. Olympia down to at least in this is terms of these videos. Then we come into the amateur bodybuilders, starting with Boros, then Bomb, of course in his prime, Heavy Kong, and Mosquito Girl. And then under that in the athletic division, we have Saitama, Genos, Lightning Max, Metal Bat, Orochi, and Smile Man, our newest member of that group. And in the fit category, yesterday we ranked up Moomin Rider, or Moomin Rider. How do you guys say it? Actually, let me know in the comments below. I've been struggling with that one for a while. Like in the anime, I think they say Moomin Rider, but it looks like it should be pronounced Moomin Rider? So which one is correct, or which one do most people use? Let me know in the comments below. And then you have Stinger, who just joined in the last video. And then in the category, we have the Lonely King down there. But not so lonely anymore since he's got 3 new friends and may get some more in the near future. We'll see. But today we're going to be looking at Melzargard, Sonic, and Raiden. We're going to be going over these 3 characters today, and we're going to see how they would do. Who are they going to join in this tier list? So first, let's start with Melzargard. Scary looking dude right here. We can see that he has a height of anywhere from 16 feet 4 inches to 42 feet 7 inches. So obviously his body can shape and morph into a lot of different types of physiques, but we're just gonna go based on the overall average that we're seeing here. So this physique right here was one of the best pictures I could find. So as you can see, weird looking dude, but great physique actually overall. A little bit of like craziness going on. His proportions are a bit off. Like you can see his left pec, our right, is much bigger than his right. And then you can see like just some weird stuff going on with the proportions and everything. And obviously this is on purpose, but if we were looking at this from a normal bodybuilding perspective, that might be something they take off. You know, the proportions are off, the symmetry is off a bit. The abs, very strange. No line right there. What is that called? The linea alba or something like that. No line down the middle of the abs. You know, the muscular separation is there. He's got obviously a lot of muscle mass. I would probably place him in the classic physique and maybe even the men's physique division. Obviously he's more than athletic. He could definitely be, at least in my opinion, a amateur bodybuilder. I don't think he would do really well because his proportions are so whack, but you know, better than most of these guys down here for sure. Okay, so now let's look at Speedo Sound Sonic, who I could have sworn was a female, but I guess is a dude. And coming in at 5'8.5", this guy would definitely be right there along with Flashy Flash, kind of in one of the smaller, I mean, if he were to compete, definitely in one of the smaller divisions. We're looking at, you know, men's physique, but would not be competitive at all. So definitely looks like he's in great shape and everything. So I'm gonna place him in the fit category, right there, basically same type of physique as Flashy Flash, right? So definitely not an definitely in good shape, but definitely not quite in the athletic division. All right, so next up we have Raiden, the moment we've all been waiting for. So let's take a look here at Raiden. Raiden is one of the newest characters as far as I'm aware to the manga, and he comes in at a massive 9 foot 10 inches, which I believe would make him the tallest human of all time in our world, and weighing in at 882 pounds. Which is absolutely massive. But if you think about it, like if he's actually basically 10 foot tall and he's 800 and some pounds, I mean, he would be big, but I think about like Shaq, who was like, what is he, like 7'1" or something, and he was like well over 400 pounds. and this guy's like 3 foot taller, I would almost think that he would almost be pressing, you know, especially with his size. If we take a look at his physique right here, his body mass, I would say he's even more. I would say he's almost 1,000 pounds or so. But you know, I haven't really had a lot of experience with people that weigh that much, or definitely not that tall. I mean, obviously we take a look at his physique right here. We don't have a whole lot of shots of him yet, but we can see that he's absolutely massive, and not just overall, but in the muscle mass as well. I mean, look at this chest. This is a full chest development right here. Like, it doesn't get more full than that. So along with that, he's got great abs. He's got great shoulders, great traps, great neck. Look at that neck. You gotta have a good neck to be a sumo wrestler. Great arms. And so from what we can see, he's got a great physique overall. Now for bodybuilding purposes, I don't think it's 100% amazing. Of course, we need more shots than just this, and maybe there are some. If there are, let me know in the comments. But like, we need to see his legs, but it looks like he's got a really wide waist, and obviously maybe just a touch of body fat on top of his muscle. So he could probably lean up a little bit if he were going to compete in bodybuilding. And if he did, I think he would do absolutely amazing. So given all of these things, I mean, he's definitely more than fit, definitely more than athletic. I'm gonna go ahead and place him in the amateur division. And if I had more shots of him and we saw that he had better proportions than what I'm giving him credit for, he could potentially be in the pro bodybuilding division. Now keep in mind, he's obviously bigger than most of these people, but bodybuilding, you have to take into account conditioning, proportions, symmetry, as well as muscle mass, right? So I'd probably place him starting in the amateur division, and then potentially, if we get more shots and he looks a lot more conditioned and stuff, maybe in the pro bodybuilding division. So that's where I'm gonna place him for now. Next time we're gonna be looking at Platinum S, Beast King, and Beefcake, so get excited about that. But before we do, I have one bonus thing I wanna look at, and that comes from one of you actually. Why don't you include Darkshine's group in the bonus chapter? They're very ripped, and they're like Darkshine's decibels. I think you mean disciples. But either way, thanks for the comment, because I am gonna actually take a quick look at them. So I have a few of their pictures pulled up here. This is the best one that I could find here. So basically they're just huge fans of Darkshine, and they just follow him like he's their god basically. So all of these guys obviously are bodybuilders, or could be bodybuilders. They're all absolutely ripped. Let's just point out a few that we have the best physique shots of right here and see how well they would actually do. So this dude right here, right in the middle, he's got a great physique that looks very, very classic, like in the sense of the actual classic bodybuilding, because you don't see a whole lot of muscular separation, you know, and he's got just a great physique overall. He looks like someone that you would see competing with Arnold on stage in like the 70s. So yes, he could definitely be a bodybuilder. In modern standards, he would have to condition up just a little bit. I'd want to see a little more vascularity, feathering. Of course, also he may not be posing right here like some of these other dudes in the background. But overall, yeah, looks great. He would be in the classic physique division for our modern day bodybuilding for sure. This guy would be men's physique division. He'd be a little small, could really grow out the lats just a little bit. Arms are a little bit weak, but could use, but wouldn't be too bad. I'd probably place him in the amateur division. This guy, I think, could probably be in pro division if he were to lean up just a bit more, and he'd be in the classic category of the pro division. These guys all kind of look very similar to him, so same with most of them. And then this girl right here, she looks like she's got a lot of muscle mass. She looks like she's got more than Mizuki. So I would probably place her in kind of the same category as far as like pro bodybuilder. She looks like she could be a pro bodybuilder. I'd probably place her one notch up in terms of muscle mass though. So we're looking at maybe the women's physique, women's fitness, women's figure kind of divisions for her. I'm thinking mostly women's physique, which is one notch down from open bodybuilding in the women's divisions in terms of like muscle mass and overall size. So this is our list so far. It is really narrowing down, just a few more episodes left. If you guys have any comments, any questions at all about this tier system, if you would change anyone, and if you have any comments or questions about fitness in general, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll try to either get to them in the comments or in the next video. But either way, thanks so much for staying all the way to the end. I really appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you in the next video.